and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton, and joining me on the podcast today is my producer, Wyld.
Hello. What up?
How are you, man?
I'm good. We just had a long 4th of July weekend, so I'm feeling refreshed.
Oh, I'm pleased to hear it. I'm feeling a little tired. And
okay.
But I'm glad you're feeling good, bro. We got some good ones today. Britney Spears, apparently, single again.
Back in these streets.
Bhad Bhabie, she shared some disturbing video on her Instagram with her baby daddy.
Yeah.
Not good. We'll talk about the biggest 4th of July party every year. It's Michael Rubin's white party.
Mm-hmm.
So many celebrities were in attendance. But to begin with, Margot Robbie, Barbie, she's pregnant. Reportedly, people broke the story, but also there are photos that exist. And
so it's like
either she's pregnant or
No, she appears to be definitely pregnant, which this is really exciting. So her and her husband, Tom, I don't want to get his last name messed up. Tom,
I think it's Ackerley.
Ackerley?
Yeah, Ackerley.
Okay, this is their first child together, but this is like big news. I don't know if it's just me, but like the moment I found out that Margot Robbie was pregnant, I started thinking about the pregnant Barbie. Remember that like weird phase where they made a pregnant Barbie?
Yes.
And there was just like a baby inside this plastic cavity.
That was
like,
a controversial Barbie.
It was really weird. I don't know why, but that made me think of this. But this is exciting for Margot Robbie, though.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been together for like over 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
They met. He's like in the biz too. He's a director, producer. And so they met on set of a film that she was acting in. He was assistant directing in.
Mm-hmm.
Then they moved into a share house together. They got married a few years later, like in 2016.
What's a share house? Is that just a home?
No, it's a house that you share with other people that aren't, romantically you're with. Your friends.
Like
a share house.
Like a hostel?
No, do you live with other people, Wyld?
No, I live alone.
Okay. Well, if you live with other
Like
people, that would be a
roommates?
share house.
Like have roommates?
Yes, roommates.
Oh, I thought that was some weird Australian thing. I'm like, what's a share house?
I think we call it a share house. But anyway, they met there, and then them and their housemates in this share house, they formed a production company called Lucky Chap, and then that went on to make like I, Tonya, this Barbie movie.
Just a group of creatives together. I kind of like that.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the first time we've seen Margot Robbie take this dip. Obviously, like it looks good on her.
Looks good on her. I mean, I don't think it could not look good on her.
Right.
I also kind of think that pregnant women are just really beautiful sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what it is. Maybe we're strange, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've always
The skin
I
is
see.
glowing, and it's like
My wife's pregnant, by the way.
Yeah, well, your wife is actually currently.
yeah. I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, so congrats to those guys. This is like that kid is going to be Hollywood royalty the second it slips out.
I do wonder though, because Margot and Tom are pretty like low key.
They are
private as a couple. Like, do you think we'll see photos of the baby? Do you think the baby will be like out at little Barbie events?
I don't.
In a little Barbie dress.
I don't think so.
No.
I like that they're more private. I hate people who just like show it off. Like
Courtney and Travis.
Oh, Courtney and Travis, give me a bucket.
I know.
Makes me sick, bro. But like, Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber, they're quite kind of private, reserved,
yeah.
and I respect that. I like that. I don't know, you'd want your baby's face plastered all over magazines and that sort of stuff.
Nah, I probably would though.
You would though, anyway.
How much you offering for this baby?
Right.
Like, come on.
Right.
All right, somebody gonna take the photo anyway. Jeez.
Yeah, true. Okay, on to our next story. We're going to do Bhad Bhabie or what?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do Bhad Bhabie.
Story, yeah.
This is really disturbing footage. Bhad Bhabie, she, Daniel Bregoli, obviously, Catch Me Outside. She shared and then deleted some pretty disturbing footage on her Instagram stories. We'll play it now, but we'll talk over the top of it because it's only visual, there's no audio. It's her with her ex-boyfriend, Lee Vaughn. Ex-boyfriend / baby daddy, because they just had a kid, in March?
Very recently.
Yeah. But also, it makes sense. Remember we got video of them like having a fight at a restaurant in March as well? Not a physical fight, the two of them.
Right.
But they were having an argument, and then they got physical
And
with
then they
another
got
table.
Yeah, so like we knew that there was some type of tension in the relationship. We didn't know the severity of it, and I think that this video, when she posted it on Sunday, everybody was kind of like, "What the?"
Because it's like security footage or ring camera
Looks
footage.
like a ring camera footage, maybe from like her house or some other house.
Of him like dragging her on the ground. It's awful. And then like kneeing on her back. It's terrible. And she posted a series of photos as well.
So you can kind of see the bruises that she has, and she looks, unfortunately, just really beat up from these alleged attacks. I guess we have to say alleged because he hasn't been charged with anything, but it's kind of there on video, and the man that appears to be Levon. Very sad situation. She wrote in a since deleted Instagram post, she said, "This man thinks he's going to take my daughter away from me. Say whatever you want, but trying to take my baby is crazy." So there also must clearly be some issue with the custody of the baby.
And maybe that's what prompted her to sort of like come out with this sort of footage saying, you're actually arguing with me over who's going to get custody of the kid when you've done this to me. Like a judge or even like us as the public jury are not going to sort of like, wouldn't want someone like that to have custody of a young child.
And that's generally is what happens when you see people in like entering into custody battles or kind of already in custody battles, is that they'll try to like create not kind of a picture, but kind of in their own case, release evidence or leak information so that the judge and the general public can kind of see like this person might not be the best fit.
Right.
At least out of the two of them to raise their child.
At least out of the two
At
of them.
least out of the two of them. Right.
Danielle Bregoli is like, oh, she's a hot mess.
No, she isn't. She's changed her life around.
Is she not a hot mess?
Kind of like a warm mess. You know what I'm saying? Like
lukewarm mess.
Lukewarm mess. She does OnlyFans now, which she's here to make a killing off of.
Right.
Did she do a speech at like Oxford or Harvard or one of those prestigious?
I think she gave a speech somewhere. But this is kind of, I hate obviously seeing videos like this.
Yeah.
And it's also like when she was introduced to us in the first place on Dr. Phil, she was like a messy kid.
Messy,
and then
violent.
She kind of got her life together, it seemed like, when she got into rapping and she just seemed like she, more than most other viral 15 minutes of fame, she used that and it propelled her out of like a lifestyle that seemed like violent and, I don't know, untoward, and into sort of like now she's famous and she seems smart and she's like a bit of a business savvy lady.
She is, yeah.
And now this, it's just like, oh, no, like, hopefully she's in a safer place now. She's making smarter decisions, but it's awful video to see.
It is really awful. And like I said, it's a really scary situation. She at least appears from her Instagram post and her social media activity around this time. She appears to be kind of trying to leave the situation. So hope that that's where her mind is and that she's, continuing to be safe.
Let's hope. Okay. On to our next story. So the biggest party over 4th of July is the party at Michael Rubin's.
Yes, every year.
He's the founder and CEO of Fanatics, like a sports, like online.
Isn't he like a part owner of the 76ers, Philadelphia 76ers?
I feel like, he's got his...
I think I know that because I'm from Philly, but I should know that.
But like, we've written down a few celebrities, but like basically every big celebrity you've ever, even if they're older, like there's just so many celebrities, but Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Tom Brady, Meg Thee Stallion, Rob Gronkowski, Lala Anthony, Glorilla, Emily Ratajkowski, but the list...
Drewski. Who did not see it? Mary J. Blige was there. Everybody. Everybody was there, except a few people. We'll talk about it. But this is like a big party. I feel like every year, all the celebrities, they go to the Hamptons for this party. It doesn't seem like there's much else going on around the 4th of July, so I guess there isn't a lot else to do. But this is like the party to be at.
I wonder how this Michael Rubin gets all of these. More than any other party, I wonder how he was the one that everyone's like, okay.
And it's like, do you like get a friend to tell a friend about, yo, Michael Rubin's party is lit?
How do you get an invite? How famous do you have to be? You have to be this famous to receive an invite.
Like top of your game.
I think so. Area. Well, Drake was there.
Drake was there.
Kendrick wasn't.
Not there.
I wonder if they had to sort of like decide which out of the two.
For real. And then like, how do you weigh it? Is it like who's more famous or like who has better famous friends?
Yeah. I don't think Kendrick usually goes to events like this. But Drake always does.
Oh, Drake is thirsty. I can't even call it thirsty because I would be there too if I could.
Right.
But like Drake is at every party. He's at every event. And Drake also has like a bigger celebrity circle, I think, than Kendrick Lamar. So it kind of makes sense. If I got to pick one, I'm picking Drake.
So reportedly, the DJs at this party either weren't allowed to or they chose not to play any sort of Kendrick diss against Drake, which makes sense, except for the fact that Not Like Us is like
It's
the biggest
hip hop song in the world right now.
Right.
Like, so it wasn't even a question. I mean, of course, we don't know for sure whether they were allowed to or whether they were told not to. But to not play the song almost gives like they were told.
Right.
Maybe not play the song.
It's the song that if anyone puts it on at any party or event or everyone goes off, except
Instantly
Drake if he's there, I guess.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Or someone from Toronto.
Yeah.
But everyone, it's one of those songs. That's why I think maybe it's like the best song of the last like 10 years.
I agree. It's a really, really good rap
if
song.
I hear someone playing that song in a car, I'll look over and like it's such a shared experience.
It is.
Song.
It's like we all hate Drake. Even if you don't hate Drake, like during the 3.5 minutes, you hate Drake.
Right.
Like,
and so for them not to play that, like the song that everyone at the party would probably get down to,
get crazy over.
They must have been Drake conscious. Like
they had to be Drake conscious,
which is a shame.
It kind of sucks. Honestly, Drake just need to start dancing to the song. Like, just live in the moment, Drake.
Yes.
If I was you, I would have said, turn it up. Like, I know y'all want to hear it. He should have got up there in the microphone and said, I see dead people. And then let it play behind. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That may be the only way Drake would sort of like, recover from this a little bit is if he was seen dancing with a drink in his hand,
like
rapping every word.
Every bar for bar.
Yeah, like, certified pedophile.
I don't know if he rapped that part.
But like that's like it's undeniably the best song. But it's interesting they didn't play it. And Kendrick also on 4th of July, that very same day, dropped the video clip to the song, which is a banger, which has so many Drake disses in it visually.
Many. Like at one point he's hitting the owl pinata. He locks a hot owl in a cage, which is like putting Drake back in the cage.
This song might win every award at the Grammys.
I think it should. No, it's definitely given like Song of the Year. Maybe definitely best rap song.
Maybe video clip of the year, to be honest, as well. It's such a great visuals.
All right.
But I love Kendrick, man.
It was a good song.
It was a good song.
Unfortunately, they did not love Kendrick at the 4th of July party.
No. Okay, on to our last story, our almost news story.
Sad, shocking news to report here.
Unless you're a man out there who fancies Britney Spears, because she is single. Britney Spears has announced on Instagram that she is broken up with her boyfriend, Paul Celise. This is not that surprising. He's like a felon, isn't he? He's been in the middle of a lot of drama for her lately.
He has been at the center of a lot of the most recent bizarre Britney Spears incidents.
Obviously, when the cops and everyone were called to the Chateau Marmont, because they had like a big fight and she hurt her ankle, he was there with her, obviously.
During the altercation.
Also, Sam Asghari, when he and Britney Spears broke up in the first place, he was alleging that she was getting with someone who like is in her circle, like working on her house, which, sounded at the time a lot like Paul Celise, because he was like, was he a groundskeeper?
He was I think he was like maybe a maintenance worker or
something.
Yeah,
he worked at the house. Yeah. But everyone, as soon as they saw these two names together, they were like, this can't be good for Britney.
No.
Well, obviously
it hasn't been.
She's figured it out now. She posted something saying she's single as fuck. She also posted a screenshot from a paparazzi video claiming that he would call the paps on them, and pretend that he didn't want the paps there, but really he wanted them taking pictures
trick in the book. How did I get here? Oh my God.
She also claims that she will never love another man as long as she lives.
This is kind of sad. I don't think that she'll never love another man, Britney. Come on, you're gonna love. She'll probably love another dog or something tomorrow.
Yes, true.
Britney, you'll change your mind.
She'll change her mind.
But it just feels very sad. I think that the saddest thing about all this is that even looking at their relationship with Paul, it never seemed like a relationship that Britney Spears should have been in.
No.
From the rip. Why is she dating someone and then dating someone who doesn't appear, at least initially, to be good for her? I mean, I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm happy, but it does seem like she maybe needs to focus on herself. Yeah,
I mean, not to sound like a therapist, but I think you need to sort of love yourself first before, you can love anyone else or have them love you too. And it seems just like she's just such in a troubled place still, it seems like, that if she just took some time away, I wish she'd delete her social media.
Same.
And just focus on herself, not focus on what we think of her and who she's trying to portray herself as.
Right.
Just delete the social media, go to a farm somewhere.
I was going to say that. Maybe back home to Louisiana.
Isn't that where her mom's from and stuff?
I think Louisiana.
Yeah.
Get a farm, some chickens. She could twirl around all she want in Louisiana. Nobody would know.
Right. That'd be the best for her. But also, like a lot of people in this business, she's very attention orientated.
She
That's where she
is.
gets her kicks from.
It is, because you'll notice even if we don't talk about Britney Spears for a few days or a few weeks, she'll post something bizarre on Instagram, and it's like almost nude or like slicing things up. Like she always knows how to like kind of draw the attention back to herself, which I don't like for her.
Yeah, me neither. You're a bit of like an Instagram sort of like.
I am kind of an Instagram hoe.
Yeah,
you
you are.
say.
You are.
Maybe I should start dancing around naked with some knives or something. That'll really get the, that'll really get the timeline going. Let me tell you.
Everybody would be like, oh, I'm scared for Wyld. I'm scared for Wyld.
Lock him up.
Okay, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.